Well, welcome back to the Brews Brothers. We've got Mike, the proprietor of the Brews Brothers, here with us. Mike, can you tell us a little bit about the Brews Brothers? How'd you get started?
I actually started as a customer, to be honest.
Perfect.
Yeah, I loved it so much.
We've all been there.
I bought the company. My neighbour was a home brewer, and he kept nagging me to go out to this place out at Zilmia a couple of years ago and give it a try. I just assumed it was home brew, so I put him off a couple of months. So eventually we went out there, had a look at the place, and obviously realised it wasn't home brew. Had a try of the beer and decided that I'd give it a go. Then each time I did it, I'd take a few different mates, and the syndicate grew, and I realised there was obviously a market there for it, and no one had actually got close to the city at that time. This was 3 or 4 years ago. So we jumped on it and basically started from there. About 2.5 years we've been going now.
Excellent.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Did it take long to come up with the name?
No, mate, the name was the first thing we had. then it was coming up with the money. That was the no, actually, to be honest with you, the whole concept I thought hadn't really been tweaked properly. You know, like the whole idea of making your own beer has been going on forever. This side of it, where people sort of basically cut out the middleman and guarantee it for you, has only been going here in Australia for maybe 10 or 12 years. I think it came over from Canada to Perth, and then made its way over to Brisbane 5 or 6 years ago. Slowly it's sort of got around the country, and virtually every city's got them now.
That's awesome.
But basically, I thought it hadn't really been marketed. We had half an eye on the corporate market as well, maybe, you know, team building and things like that, which we haven't even really sort of looked at yet.
We don't get much of that.
Haven't had time to do it, you know. It's too busy just sort of looking after the bread and butter customers.
So, like, tell us, like prospective customers, like how do they use your service?
Oh, okay. Your average customer comes in with half an idea of what sort of beer they like or they want. We've got like 200 and something different recipes to choose from.
Really? That's awesome.
A lot of them are based on your known beers, but a lot of them are specialty brews that, you know, we've developed or have been developed by the other Brew For You microbreweries. We all sort of share a few tricks and stuff. And also there's been a few other things in the past, like low carb in the last couple of years. Low carb's
Oh, we're all into the low carb stuff.
So, you know, there's things like that.
You're watching your weight on that one.
Basically, we give you the recipe and all the ingredients and run you through the whole process. You can see the kettles there. Each one of those is a 50-litre brew. And we basically take you through the process. Then you leave it here with us for about between 2 and 4 weeks, depending on the brew. We keep it while it's fermenting, then we carbonate it, we filter it, carbonate it, and have it ready to go for when you come in with all your bottles. A lot of our customers also have the kegs set up at home with their own taps and all that. So they just drop their kegs off empty, and we fill them up for them and leave them in the cold room until they're
It's a bloody good brew. Fantastic. The absolute novice coming in here, like, how do they feel about it? Like,
first timers are, well, basically the hardest part is picking what beer you want, really. The girls looking after the kettles run you through the whole process. It's the hardest part, as I say, is deciding between your mates which one you want to do, and then organising a bottling time, which, as I say, is between 2 and 4 weeks, depending on the beer that you choose.
How does the bottling work?
Okay.
Pour in straight in?
Well, we filter it and carbonate the beer, and then we just hook it up to a tap. One of these, we've got 6 taps available. Customers bring their bottles in, usually clean or reasonably clean. We sterilise them. We've got a bottle steriliser here, which just forces a bit of nitric acid through them, and then we rinse them. Basically, takes you about an hour to bottle it up. After that, you just stand at the tap. It's usually a 2-person job, but it's very sociable. And it's a 2-person job. If you've got 3 or 4 people, it takes twice as long.
Gives me another one.
Yeah, that's right. And then you've got to organise getting home somehow. So, you know, maxi cabs. We get a few maxi cabs.
So you can drink it directly,
Yeah, you can drink it straight away. A lot of the brews improve. A lot of the brews actually get better in the bottle, but they're all good to drink straight away. The darker beers, the higher alcohol beers and the hoppier beers, they benefit from an extra week or 2 in the bottle. But yeah, they're all great to drink straight away.
And like being like tucked away in Woolloongabba in Brisbane, for those people who don't know this area quite well, how do you market? Well, up until date, how have you marketed?
Yeah, well, mate, that's a good question, because it's one of those businesses that it's almost impossible to explain what you do in an ad. It's a real word of mouth type of game, and just through my own experience, I've worked out that it's just blokes telling their mates, and if there's any way that you can encourage that, then that's probably the way to go. We have open days and things like that every now and then, which we just advertise anywhere we can. Basically, just open up the taps.
Any buses rolling in?
Yeah, plenty. And then people get to try it that way. The main reason I did the open days was because that's how I got into it, and I thought, well, that's obviously how most people are going to come in with a mate who's done it before, or a mate's told them about it, and at least then they can try a few different beers as well, without having to do 50 litres.
The best thing for me is the price of the whole. It seems a lot cheaper.
Mate, price is a big motivator, initially anyway, but the main thing that I think that keeps bringing people back is the no preservatives in it, which obviously means less hangovers. I'm not allowed to say no hangovers because that would be wrong.
No such thing.
That's right.
Better
Peter Foster. So there's much less hangover, and also the fact that you can try all these different beers that would cost you 70 or 80 or 60 bucks a carton if you can get them. And even then, you don't know how long it's been sitting on a boat or before you've got it. Our brews are sort of fresher, and obviously the no preservatives. You know what you're going to get. You put it in there, so you know what you're going to get every time.
Well,
It comes down to the user, the experience while you're here. If they have a good experience while they're here, they're going to tell everyone about it.
That's right.
Well, over the last 5 years, I've heard about this place. Pretty much every party I go to, someone will tell me about. There's this place in Woolloongabba, man. You should go there. You can make your own beer.
Well, it's a bit of an underground thing at the moment, and that's where Brews Brothers, the name sort of helps us, because it's pretty easy to remember, and people get straight on the website and they can find us. We do parties as well, which is a really good marketing thing for us. Like for an extra $50 on top of your brew, we'll give you the keg and the gun and the gas and a big drum to put it all in for your party. And we generally get good feedback and a few more brews from that anyway.
well, Mike, hey, thanks for having us along here
Cheers,
for the Brews Brothers.
Cheers.
Cheers. And so if you're having a party in the next little while and you want to brew some beer up, get on down to Woolloongabba at the Brews Brothers and see Mike. He'll hook you up.
Perfect.
Cheers.
Good job.